Hi guys, you are welcome to another video. So as you already know, Peter Obi has been going around the world talking to Nigerians and trying to convince them about the essence of coming back to Nigeria to invest. And like you know, he has this popular saying that goes by brain drain is brain gain. You know, that Nigerians that have left the country, it's not a minus for Nigeria because they will end up coming back to Nigeria to invest. They will invest their knowledge, they will invest their money, and it will be a plus for Nigeria. This is the tactics that so many other countries that are developing rapidly have been using. Look at China. China likes sending out their people to different countries, either to go and study or learn one skill or the other, and at the end of the day they will bring back the skill to China. And that is what Peter Obi is trying to do, going around the world telling Nigerians that for the fact that you've left the country does not mean you cannot impact on Nigeria, that they should come home to invest your money, invest your knowledge, and your staying outside the country will not be a minus for Nigeria. So I want you to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. Thank you.
You might have noticed that he's here. Your Excellency, sorry, we can't let you sit there. Ladies and gentlemen, please, another round of applause. Please have a seat, please have a seat. We're not here to stand on ceremony. Can I just say that there's a certain difference, the Nigerian dignitary comes in late, and there's a certain attitude. When our dignitary comes in with profuse apologies and humility, it is a bit of a change, and something of a refreshing change. Can I ask that we sit? We sit. I promise you there will be ample opportunity for photograph. I presume it's not my photograph you're taking, so trust me, I shall soon keep quiet and allow him his advantage for you to take as many as you want. But it would be better if we sat down. If we do not sit down, we will not start. Thank you. Thank you. And can we clear the walkways? Can we please clear the walkways? Thank you very much. My name is Ezenio Gonabo Ed Emeka Ikazo. I was invited to moderate this evening's conversation, but having discussed modalities with the organizers of this event, it was clear that what was important was to listen to the guest of honor speak to us, myself inclusive. I'm an historian, a lawyer, and a journalist. I have, about a week and a half ago, I made clear to friends, I said, I have no interest in Nigerian politics. I am not a member of any Nigerian political party. You might ask yourself, then what am I doing here? Well, I do not think this is about partisan politics. Our country is in dire straits. Can I ask that we please, I beg you, can we just keep the volume down? We've waited a long time, so let's just get into the business of the day. Our country is in dire straits. The worst economic crisis, the worst security crisis since the Civil War, probably even surpassing the Civil War. Unemployment at one of the highest levels, almost 34%. So the next election is not simply business as usual for most Nigerians, regardless of which party you support. So, if I cannot drive from Abuja to Kaduna by road, if I cannot even drive from my hometown Obosi to Ibaria safely, then we have a problem, and the problem needs a solution. Mr. Obi presented himself as a man with solutions, and has built a movement, a genuine movement based on those who actually believe in his integrity, his honesty, and who also were moved by the fact that for once we had a man who did not pretend it was business as usual or as the zero-sum game. which has been the hallmark of Nigerian politics right from even before the First Republic, right from 1951. I don't need to tell you too much about the man himself. You know, he's a governor, he was the governor of my state, Anambra State. What I would say is that in 1979, anybody who drove down from Niger Bridge, the first thing that you saw, you witnessed, were those filthy ribbons of disused plastic on Opiweka, all the way through. The chaos, the dirt, the filth, the crime. Whatever we say, he will have his critics. Every politician will have his critics. Every administrator will have his critics or her critics. But what we can say for certain is that by the time he ended his tenure, he left the state better than he met it. I am not his spokesman. Thank you. I am not a member of his party. But then, I am a Nigerian. I am a citizen of Anambra State. But then, Mr. Obi is not here to trumpet the Anambra message. Nigeria consists of more than just Anambra State. So it poses greater challenges. Challenges that he has presented himself to confront. Challenges that confront every Nigerian. Over 200 million people needing an answer. Needing an answer, because certainly we cannot continue the way we are at present. We just cannot continue. Mr. Obi, if you're still here, Your Excellency, I know you're in demand, but we're going to have to. There's a room full of close to 400 people who have come here to hear your message. Mr. Bill, my questions to him are going to be very simple. You've got a mountain to climb. What are you offering? Before you can solve a problem, you have to know what the problem is. You have to know the parameters of the problem. So I hope that Mr. Obi shall be considering that, because of what telling us, because we know what we confront on a micro basis, on a macro basis, but he will tell us what his plan is. Many of you here are undecided voters. Many of you, and you have every right to be. When I don't finish, shall I go fit talk? Well, whether you're undecided or not, it is. Can I finish? Thank you. Mr. Obi will tell us what his plans are. Mr. Obi will show us the way forward. If you are not convinced, if you were not convinced before, it is his duty to convince us, and I know that he will. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, Commander of the Order of Nigeria.
Good evening, everybody. Let me most sincerely apologize for coming in here late. It's not your fault. I had a pain, and coming from being a trader and not keeping my time very well. I was supposed to be involved in a program, and I wrote 1 p.m. But I didn't know they slashed and wrote 6 p.m. ET. So the 1 p.m. was American time. I was supposed to be there by 6. So by 1 I was there, and they said, there's nobody here waiting for you. I said, what is happening? Until somebody read the time and said, oh, you're supposed to be here by 6. So I had to go back. I'm going back by 6. Coming, I was held up in traffic. So I most sincerely apologize. Let me stand on all due and legislative protocols. I most sincerely thank all of you. I'm shocked in London on a Tuesday that you can see this number of Nigerians gathered in one place. For the sake of Nigeria, I thank you sincerely. These are about 11th city. I'm sure when I came back, when I came to London yesterday, and I was told of this event, the first thing I said, oh no, I wasn't expecting to do anything in London. I was just on my way. I was going to plan a big event in London. But they said, oh, you have to be here. I said, no, let me cancel everything. But I have to be here. It's very important. Wherever I see two Nigerians gathered, I must stop and talk to them. And so, when I came here now, I was just told I'm going to meet about 20, 30 persons. But look at the number of people here. And this has been the case everywhere I've been. And my question is, if this number of Nigerians outside Nigeria, who is still remaining in Nigeria? And these are the best Nigeria can offer. Everywhere I've been, from California to Houston to everywhere, you won't believe the number of Nigerians. And everybody is worried. But I said to them, well, as worried as I am, and some people complain about brain drain. For me, brain drain, this is brain gain. These are the people that will change Nigeria. These are the people that will be the first investors when Nigeria start working. Because they bring all this talent and leverage back to Nigeria. Your country today, I'm not campaigning. And I wish all my team were here. We're not campaigning for the position to be president of Nigeria. I'm trying to lead a movement to take back our country. Your country today is a criminalized entity, and it cannot continue. There's no way Nigeria can continue the way it is today. People need to take it back. It needs to be run like every other country. There's no difference between Nigeria and here, where you are today. Nigeria, we have good weather, better weather than this. But more fertile land than they have. Everything is good. God blessed us with both natural and human resources. The only thing that is missing is leadership. And Europe cannot continue. We cannot continue. Today, when he was talking, Nigeria is a country with the highest number of people living in poverty. There's no reason. We have more people living in poverty than China and India combined. Two countries of 2.8 billion. Yesterday, 1st of September, UNESCO released the report. Nigerian out-of-school children have increased to 20 million. There's no reason for that. We have the highest infant mortality. We're supposed to overtake India by year 2025. We achieved it in year 2021. We beat that record. We have the highest youth unemployment. Our unemployment man, if you go and check the highest populated nations of the world, we're supposed to be number 6. Out of all that 10, the highest 10, only 2 countries have unemployment of more than 10%. Nigeria and Brazil. But Brazil is just about 13-14%. We are at 33%. If you add unemployment, we are hitting almost 60%. And 60% of this population are young people in their productive age doing nothing. With the energy, with the talent. At least it can go on and on. If you go now and see the most civilized nations of the world, we made the first 10. the most kidnapping, he made the first 10. You know, the highest drug prevalence among youth, 14.8%, when the global average is 5%. You can go on and on. Every news is mad. How did we get here? How did a country once celebrated and everything, respected and everything got here? Is cumulative effect of leadership failure over years, where we refuse to do nothing, refuse to invest in human beings, invest in education, which other nations were doing. And that's how we arrived here. And now it's become a mess. Where we are busy selecting our leaders based on primordial reasons of ethnicity, religion, my tongue, connection, you know. And when we arrived at this junction, and like I tell people everywhere I go, tell me who is better off for it. Today, the president is from the north. Is the north safe? No. Do they have uninterrupted electricity? No. Do they buy bread cheaper? No. So what was the reason for my tongue? What did they benefit because of their tongue? Because if bread was cheaper, we'll go there and buy it and come. Go to the southwest. Is anything cheaper? No. Are people safe? No. You go to the southeast. It is the same thing. So there's nobody. You can't go from today from Abuja to Kaduna by the road. You can't go by air, you can't go by train. I went to Katsina campaign and I was being warned that I have to be careful. I was almost in a tank. But that's where the president comes from. So what is happening here? Everywhere is same thing. People are suffering there, you don't have jobs, you don't have anything. Some of you left because it wasn't working.
Definitely.
There are people who left when 1 pound was 1 naira. There are people who left when it was 2, 3, 4. Now it's 800.
Yes, I bought.
And I can say you're not better off. Your situation is double one. Those who are there know you're already the problem. But you who even run out here thinking you're safe, your situation is bad. Because you have become the social welfare, the doctor, the funeral director, for those there. Every morning you receive 10 calls, 11 is problem.
Yes. All right.
And you can't abandon them.
No.
So your situation is equally bad. But you'll be asking, how are you? Well, I tell you, oh, this doesn't have jumped into well. The other one has died. The other one broke his leg. The other one, when you're walking, you're confused. Because people can't be done well and you're happy. No. So you have a problem. So fixing it is a problem, everyone. Yes. Because if it's working, you can have peace. If it's working, you can be rest assured. Nigerians used to, what you used to hear in the past, oh, we are coming for holidays. Oh, we are coming for, so you see them and you're happy. But now, even to go and bury the night is difficult. You bring money because you go buy a soup now. The last burial I went, the children of the person went in soup. And I was the only person physically present. Even for burial.
Yes.
Because if they come, they
No. That's correct.
So that's the crisis you face. And That is your country. That is the place you used to look. Even oh, I'm going to go home Christmas. I'm going to even go and celebrate, see my parents, see my relations. And even when you're giving them something, there's a source of happiness from there, going home, seeing your people. Now you can go.
Okay.
And I tell you, yes, we have a security problem. Some make it look as if, oh, you can't solve it. Oh, you can't do this. It's not true. It's because the system is criminalized by those who are supposed to deal with it. Then nobody gives you any excuse. It is only in Nigeria that I know today that kidnappers will kidnap you. Before you are able to bring money. So they have food. If you are sick, they bring doctor to treat you. Tell your people where to keep the money. But police don't know where they are. But they have food. And where they will keep the money, they know. Everybody knows where they will keep the money. But nobody arrests them. Because nobody knows where they are.
They know.
They know.
They know.
We're the only country today where our major means of any foreign exchange is oil. The huge chunk of our resources comes from oil. Foreign earning comes from oil. True. We are the only OPEC country that is not producing its quota, apart from Venezuela, because of sanctions. Yes. Every other OPEC country is asking to produce more. Because of high oil price, today the country cannot produce its quota. Because all the oil is stolen. Oil is not sweet you put in your pocket. For you to steal oil, a vessel must come into your territorial waters.
Yes. Yes.
Navy must approve the vessel.
Of course.
You can't put it inside the pocket.
Exactly.
And nobody cares in a country that is collapsed with debts. In July, in fact, some people are telling me that what? In July alone, our OPEC quota, everybody knows, is 1.8 million barrels a day. Throughout the month of July, our average production was 1,083,000. So every day we lost 717 million barrels. If you multiply it, you're going to get about 22,227,000 barrels. That's what we lost. And an average of $110 million, we lost about $2,445,000,000. Multiplied by a rate of exchange. If we use their rate, 410, use your black market rate, which is the official rate, 610. If you average the two of them, and divide it by two of them is 1,100. Divide it by 550. Multiplied by the money we lost. We lost about 1,344 billion in 1 month. For a country where we are in the mess, our total earning from January 1 this year to April 30 this year was 1,630 billion naira. Our expenditure within that period is 4,720 billion. So we had a deficit of 3,100 billion. Give me your list, I'll show you from MPS. That is your country. So look at the amount of deficit we have. Look at the amount of deficit we have. billion, 100. Even our debt servicing within that period have now moved to 1 trillion, 940 billion. It was 310 billion more. And yet, 310 billion more. And yet, we are losing this amount every month in stolen money. And nobody cares. And they say, oh, oil is being stolen. By who? How? And it goes on and on. You see the rascality that is everywhere.
Snake.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody bothers. The amount we lost in 1 month is enough to settle all the asphalt everybody is looking for. And they go back to school. And all they ask is fix the school infrastructure. Make the place conducive for education. In a place that is celebrated. And have Nigerians and pass through that system that has been celebrated all over the world. So all we're asking is, my dear people, let us join hands and stop all of this. This is a country that has so much potential. Let us move this country. This thing, the money we're losing, the money we borrowed. Nobody is asking, how do we come to where the money we borrowed can no longer service our debt? Can no longer service our debt? Every other country has borrowed money, every other country is owing. But the average debt servicing constitutes about maximum 25% of their debt, of their budget. In our own, it's impossible. Next year, you have seen next year presentation of our budget. We have a budget of about 20 trillion, we're going to borrow 12. Because we're a sharing country. Nobody's producing anything. The entire country is not producing anything. All we do is to share the little thing we have. And nobody cares. So I'm begging Nigerians to come. Let us take back our country. We cannot continue this way. If we get it wrong in 2023, I assure you that will be wrong. There's nothing. Because today, non-state actors are in charge. They give warning, everybody runs for cover, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
All people are waiting to see the remaining one. And then today, nobody knows how can we live. If you go 20 years now, they tell you the official debt, oh, we are owing 41 trillion now. 41 trillion is not true. We are owing our ways and means, which is money we borrow from central bank. It's not supposed to be 1 trillion. We are owing them 20. If you add these resources, what did we borrow the money for consumption? So what I'm here this evening is for us to have an interaction. If I continue, I'll be telling you bad story, bad story, bad story. But I can assure you, whatever we're going through today, countries have gone through it. Brazil went through it. Mexico, Colombia, all the Asian countries have gone through it. And they were able to reverse it. But doing that requires a lot of commitment. It requires that you have to have leaders that believe that this is possible. People tell me, even where I'm coming from now, it's like, how can you do it? I said, it's not impossible. You just need to shut down the place and start doing things in the right way. Just simple doing it how other people are doing it.
Yes.
Nobody is asking you. Countries after countries have borrowed money. No country today is not in debt. Where you people are staying now, like I told people in America, Britain today is owing over 70% of their GDP. Not a problem. After COVID, they even get people money free to reflect it. Yes, if they need it, because if they don't do it, the economy will collapse. So everybody is doing it. America did it. Japan owns 230% of their GDP, but everybody knew what they used the money for. They used it when they had an economic problem to reflect and keep their economy going. And besides, they own the highest treasury, American treasury today, is owned by Japan. So there's something that if you go and say to them, okay, you must pay something, they have something somewhere they can give you small. I told him that if the man who had owned comes, because they're throwing money away, it's not there. It's in story. And that is the challenge we face. So we need to start with reversing it. So what I'm here this evening is to have an interaction with you, because I'm sure you have few advices, I have a few learning points, and I have a few this, and then we will conclude by saying, let us not don't look at it that, oh, Mr. wants to be president, or this person wants to be this, or this person wants to. No, it's not going to work. This time around, we're not going to vote anybody in to go and start answering His Excellency again. Excellency, distinguished honorable, has to be removed from Nigerians now. Or to be great, that's what. So every 24 hours, we must get it to work, and it can work. It is not rocket science, it can work. There's nothing in it. We have to now get people who are serious. Nigeria cannot generate power in 20 years. How can? What is the power generation and distribution? A country of 200 million people, we're generating 4,000 megawatts of electricity. 200 million. And that's what the entire Nigeria lives on. And it's the biggest economy in Africa. It's the biggest country in Africa. And people are happy to live on it. And nobody's panicking. Nobody's worried. The second biggest economy in Africa is South Africa. With a population of about 60 million, they generate, distribute about 50,000 megawatts. And just a month ago, the president of South Africa go and declare the emergency in power. He said they don't have enough power, so they declared the emergency and authorized that anybody or corporation can generate as much as 100 megawatts without license. Somebody with 50,000 declared the emergency. Somebody with 4,000 is keeping quiet.
It's an error.
Egypt is doing over 50,000. The fastest deployment of power in the world today is Egypt, Vietnam, and India. These three countries have doubled their power generation in the past 5 years, between 2015 and 2021. That means I went to Egypt, I went to the power plant, I went to those who build it, I went to those who finance it, and I didn't see anything. Why? And the company was working in Nigeria. And I kept asking them, if you did this in Egypt, why didn't you do it in Nigeria? What happened? They kept quiet. Because they're Nigerian, they're Egypt. So you did this for these people. Why didn't you do this for these people? What happened? They didn't want to answer me. Because I know what happened. Everybody knows what happened. So you are the one answering, not me. But that's where we are. For how long are we going to be in this condition? For how long? You can't control. But young people, I said we have an election. So I want to listen to you. I want to see your questions So I will take note and everything. I will conclude. Once again, I thank you for this evening. Please, for the sake of the children, for the sake, go to your house. And most of you are parents. Look at the picture of your children and say, what society are we going to be this way? Are we going to continue this way? If we don't want us to be with them anarchy, because this society we are allowing them to abuse, will only do one thing, take maximum revenge on them. Please, let's get together and stop this situation. I'll take questions. Thank you and God bless you.
So we're going to take questions now. Let me start with you, sir. We're just going to bring the microphone to you. I'd like you to tell us your name and your question, but please keep it as brief as possible because we've got a full house. Yes? Keep your questions brief. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We so much appreciate you, His Excellency. I'm going to remove his now, what Mr. Peter Obi from the President is late straight away. Thank you. We're glad to have you. My name is Dr. Michael Chukwujeku. I'm an expert of sustainable development, teaching in London South University. I'm an architect by profession. The coordinator of Rescue Nigeria. And also, the question is,
if you keep quiet, he can ask his question. Thank you.
the question is, thank you very much. Thank you very much. When you get an Iroko tree, you do your best. His Excellency, having referred to many countries, and you made a very strong point. You see, things are happening, and the people doing this, they have phone. Still, we can't trace who they are. Is there any way we want to employ some digital surveillance and technology in monitoring activities in Nigeria? For example, in Abu Dhabi, if anybody makes a call, you will know who made the call at the time he made the call. And we can use it to trace. Thank you very much.
I'm going to be very brief because I'm tired. My name is Lucy Okeke. Mr. President V, well, thank you for this. We know something, you know something. I've learned a lot. However, can I ask you a number of questions?
Sorry, it has to be one question. One question, please.
Given the condition of Nigeria today, which stands from their politics, the 1999 legislation, okay, which has decided the country, and that means, come, give me time, please, which means,
just a quick question. When you get into office, name Patrick Maido. When you get into office and you are assaulted by your intrigue of insecurity, unemployment, no power, and so many ills that we have, what would be the first thing you would pick up to say?
Go China, go buy goods, imports come Nigeria, come reach Lagos. Now no one walk. Now the full Nigeria say they will take the import. They will come from straight to the road will come there back. Then you go see China from there. They go east. Police will come block road. They connect all the things so you get one by one before you reach Onitsha. Must we continue like this, Okute?
Please, can we keep it down? I beg you, so we can hear the questions. We'll get to you. Thank you. Please.
know this. Nigeria is blessed. Yes. With almost 50% of women and girls. Can you kindly tell us how you intend to be inclusive regarding women and girls, and how you intend to protect women and girls from the pervasive violence that they undergo. A situation where 1 in 3 women and girls have been violated in one way or the other.
Let me take this back and for you. Don't worry, I'm here. But I'm sure that if I'm involved, nobody will get away with this issue of sexual abuse, rape, or any form of current violence against women. Child and young. Like I said, we have to have adequate laws to punish people that do the wrong thing. And it's a critical component of what we must do as a nation to make the nation work. I have a daughter, so I know I don't want to. I talked about work this evening. Nigeria have all it takes to earn huge living from a sports system. But because some people live up to confusion, they will not allow it. That's like they wouldn't allow Nigeria to be opened up. And I assure you, that situation will change. I don't need to, of course, you know everything I work, I know very well. I'm a trainer. So that's why I wouldn't even bother. There will be a total change. Nobody will. So that's about what is my first priority? What is the second? What is the third? We are going to deal with about 1, 2, 3, 4 simultaneously, but number 1 is security. The first thing, you cannot attract both local and foreign investment because of insecurity. So you need to deal with it immediately. Follow closely with that is law and order. These two intangible assets are critical in a society. A society must be secured. You must be sure that if you do the wrong thing, you face the consequences of the law. Then you have to invest in education. Your human capital development drives your development. If you lack it, you're not going to go anywhere. Because that's what you need. Even before physical infrastructure, you have to deal with human infrastructure. And that is human development. And then you move in critical areas. National Assembly is not a problem. I keep saying the Assembly cannot be a problem. There are a problem when you are the leader is the problem. If you put everything on the table, nobody is going to do anything. I've corrected everybody. I've served in a system where I've served in a system where I was governor, and I can tell you, in my 8 years of being governor, no elite in Anambra State is happy with me.
You know why?
No, it's not a question of why. And I said to everywhere I've been, if I win today, no individual here will be happy. We'll all be collectively happy. But no single individual will be happy. Because any of your happiness. You even be annoyed with me. But I assure you that the country will work. So I governed a place where I was quarreling with everybody, but it was working. So don't worry about National Assembly. That is not my worry. National Assembly is not safe. They want security. Because they even want to go to their constituency safely. They want to see light. They can move on. So it's a simple thing. We will deal with the situation. On the issue of employment of technology for crime, let me assure you, I don't know how. We need to give the entire security architecture. The technology is there. Don't think they don't have machine. They have all those things. Today, everything is there. I don't want to say anything. Why can't we have state police? The reason is that people don't want to. They know that if you put all this in place, there will be security. As governor, I have community police. I paid every community security system from my office. Bought every community vehicle for security. Why can't we do it for the nation? That's simple as everything. I'm not saying you're going to solve it overnight, but it's something you can tackle head on. Before in Washington, in New York yesterday, somebody asked me, he said, Ms. Melevon sent me this. And he said that you said she should not have circulated. I said yes. She wrote a beautiful article. Stinginess as a development strategy. Because she used to complain to me. She used to complain to me about being stingy. Until I started using the money to pay off gratuity, pension, everything. And he started asking me, where are you getting the money? I said, it was not money that I cut off. So we're using properly. That's what we use to fund education. That's how we move education from the 6 number 1.
Your Excellency, and the rest of God, President. Okay, so the question is, what are you going to do about immigration in regards to the Chinese that come into the country? They set up manufacturing facilities all over the place, and they don't employ fellow Nigerians. They just keep it to themselves, and they do a lot of illegal stuff. So they come in container loads come in with immigrants of Chinese. What are you going to do about that?
Your Excellency, we see a positive vision for Nigeria, and I believe that's what has driven many of us here. For those of us rooting for you, one question I think keeps coming up, even in conversations with my friends, family, and all of that is, with the wealth the PDP and APC have in terms of penetration in the local areas, how do you intend to overcome that so that Labour Party turns out victorious?
I'm not happy that you're going to come into government, and the people that are driving the corruption, are they going to be people that you're going to show an example of what people do when they come to the country?
A female person. I know.
Yeah, Our Excellency. My name is Chukwu Benjamin Damon. My question, I think last man just asked my question, but I still want to have a please, how you going to battle or tackle or fight with this cabal that we have in that assault? How you going to battle with them? Because that is another important issue.
Thank you.
Both of them, like I said, similar question, but then you want me to go in and use some people as an example. And he wants me to battle, how am I going to battle the cabal? Let me tell you, I've said it and I'm very clear. Those who think about yesterday and today will miss more. I'm not going to spend my energy looking for them. We put a system that will help us to find out what happened in the past. And if we do, I'm telling you, if we do, we find out whether there's anything we can do for it. You were busy chasing people and wasting everybody's time. If they have taken that money, we are talking about poverty. If they're taking that money, if they're taking from $90 billion that they borrowed and decided to fight to deal with power for $15 billion, Nigeria would have been generating today. We need to stop it. I was governor in